had a, back. Happy Sunday. Happy day of sun God. Wow. All right. Not in fact, since it's summer, happy summer solstice. Doing. Could pull. Could put. Yeah, this is interesting. And this thing was since it's Sunday, and we I celebrate summer, the notice day, and of the year. Let me make my yeah. I usually use different guidance, local cards, guys me. But when you see how you use this card, this text being loud. But I am though. Because I usually was, we're doing more lives. They should be number one. She said, this is one of Pooh's cars. Savage who got him. For ISIS. Shoot. I'm on wow. This wow. Number one. He says, ain't lightning. Ain't lightning. Can you see? So see why? Sun God, today is the 21st of June, the first day of summer. You know, they, that the sun will be out. It will be 15 hours. Matter of fact, yeah, we going to, yeah, we go stop it with that. So, then, um, yeah, then we're going to do that. So y'all take your listen, all right? And say, happy summer, first day of summer, and happy Father's Day. All right, y'all, y'all take your listen.
The summer solstice is the moment when one of Earth's poles is tilted most directly toward the sun, producing the longest day and shortest night of the year in that hemisphere. In the northern hemisphere, the summer solstice usually occurs around June 20 to 21. In 2026, it falls on June 21st. It marks the astronomical beginning of summer. And why it happens, Earth's axis is tilted by about 23.5 degrees. As Earth orbits the sun, this tilt causes different parts of the planet to receive more direct sunlight at different times of the year. At the summer solstice, the sun reaches its highest noon position in the sky for the northern hemisphere. Areas north of the Arctic Circle can experience the midnight sun with 24 hours of daylight. Days begin gradually shortening after the solstice, even though summer is just beginning. Cultural significance. Many cultures have celebrated the summer solstice for thousands of years. Famous examples include gatherings at Stonehenge in England, where people watch the sunrise align with the ancient monument. If you'd like, I can also explain the science in more detail, tell you the exact daylight length for your location, or discuss summer solstice traditions around the world. Absolutely, Billy ASC. Here is the science, your local solstice timing, and traditions around the world. Image, the science of the summer solstice. The summer solstice happens because Earth is tilted on its axis about 23.5 degrees as it travels around the sun. On the solstice, the northern hemisphere leans toward the sun. The sun appears at its highest point in the sky. We receive the most direct sunlight. It creates the longest daylight period of the year. After this point, daylight slowly begins decreasing as Earth continues its journey toward autumn. Summer solstice in Belleville, Illinois, 2026. For your area in the Metro East. Summer solstice, Sunday, June 21st, 2026. Sunrise, around 5:30 a.m. CDT. Sunset, around 8:30 p.m. CD daylight, about 15 hours. Exact minutes can vary slightly depending on your location. Ancient and cultural traditions. European traditions. Many people celebrated the solstice as a time of fire ceremonies, singing and dancing, honoring the sun, prayers for abundance and harvest. At Stonehenge, people gathered to observe the sunrise alignment with the stones. Ancient Egyptian connection. The sun was deeply honored through solar symbolism, including devotion connected with deities such as Ra. The sun represented life force, creation, renewal, divine order. Indigenous and earth-based traditions. Many indigenous cultures have seasonal ceremonies connected to the sun, nature cycles, gratitude, community, renewal, spiritual meaning, modern reflection. Many people view the summer solstice as a time for recharging your energy, releasing what no longer serves you, setting intentions, connecting with nature, celebrating personal growth. A simple solstice reflection. I honor the light within me and the light around me. I receive wisdom, renewal, and alignment with source. Positive energy always creates elevation, ASC. With your love of sound healing, drums, meditation, and nature, a solstice practice could be sunrise meditation, djembe rhythm or singing bowl session, writing intentions, time near a tree or water, gratitude prayer. The solstice is basically Earth's reminder, stand fully in your light, ASC.
All right. Now you can get to the alternative and the catch reading. All right. I already pulled cards. I pulled the, the star cards. All right. Matter of fact, I will read the definition. So I'm gonna read the definition of the cards. And this from the Essential Tarot deck, right? By Chloe Shaka Vince. That's what her name is. I know she's. Hang on. Oh, here goes the star. This is the, the star. You'll, you'll see right from both open hands, right, Roger. All right. It says that the star appears after the tower has been has collapsed, and for that, she represents hope and rebirth. If you have been faced with hardships lately, she is here to give you faith that things will get better soon. From her hands, water is flowing. It represents creativity and beauty and invites you to express yourself through your projects and relationships. And we say, for the upright, okay? I'm gonna read them. We just so let's go to this card. It is seven the swords, right? Seven of swords. Now, the seven of swords is traditionally called the thief. It's a sign that deception is at work, whether it's coming from you or someone next to you. If you feel that someone is losing your trust, use your instinct and intellect to discover what truly happened. On the other hand, if you've been dishonest lately, remember that trickery doesn't always go unnoticed. Ooh, okay. Uh, oh, that's really a good card. This is really a good card. Okay, and then you got the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. See? All right. Please let the page and if you're on your mobile device have to be up, please, so you can be up, so you can push the meeting, all right? So you can put it out there. I try to get 1,000 subs. I get 136 subs. Try to get 1,000 like I say by the end of summer. And got me on here for the last 10 years, 15 years. Anyway, what is it unique for the Four Pentacles? Right. Four Pentacles. The Four Pentacles symbolizes um, the Four Pentacles symbolizes the need for security and security. It seems that you have accumulated some comfort, and now that the hardships are over, you feeling protected of what you earn. It's natural to be busy about the fruit of your hard work, but be really being miserably. Alright? Now we go to the message and with it interview. I said I would pull this card last night. Alright. Usually message for the clarity of reading based on the star, the seven swords, and the four pentacles. Alright. Okay. These are chat GPT, y'all. Okay. Please like, subscribe, press the bell so you be notified when this video is uploaded or live is up. And please, if you're on your mobile device, please hack up the video. Okay? Share and like. Alright. Because feed that down. Just press the like button, right? Feed that down. Like the button, share, follow, subscribe, and comment. It's all free. And have up the video you on your mobile device. That's all. So we could get more viewers to watch this channel. Okay? If I get to 1,000 subs by the end of summer. And summer just started. Alright, here we go. Clarity easy meaning the star plus the seven swords plus the four pentacles. Theme healing, disarming, and releasing fear-based protection. That's the theme. The star. The light returns. The collective energy begins with hope, renewal, and spiritual healing. This is a reminder that after difficult cycles, there is still guidance, information, inspiration, and a higher vision available. The star speaks of reconnecting with faith, purpose, creativity, and the inner light. It is a card of cleansing old wounds and allowing a new frequency to flow. Message. Your light was never gone. It was waiting for you to remember. Several swords, discernment and hidden truth. This energy asks the collective to look deeper. The several swords can represent hidden motives, things left unsaid, self-deception, or need to move rapidly. It is not always about betrayal. Sometimes it is about protecting your energy, moving strategically, and realizing not everyone needs to access to your plans before they manifest. Message. Move with wisdom. Protect your vision. Not every seed needs to be sown before it grows. Four of Pentacles. Holding on and security. This card brings the question. What are we holding on to because we are afraid to lose it. It can represent protecting sources. No, it can represent protecting resources, stability, emotions, or activities. The lesson is balance, protecting your energy without building a wall around your heart. Message. Guard your peace, but do not imprison your flow. Collective awakening message. The star says healing is available. The symbol of swords says use wisdom and awareness. And the four of pentacles says release fear and trust the flow. The collective may be issuing a time where people are learning who is truly aligned with their path, what needs to be released, where there have been operating from survival instead of abundance, have to protect their energy without closing themselves off. Say ministries, positive energy of great elevation. The light within you is restoring itself. Walk with wisdom, keep your vision sacred, and allow the universe to replace what feels told you to hold on to. Affirmation. I trust my healing. I move with divine wisdom. I feel, I release fear and receive abundance with my open heart. I say, and that's it, y'all. That's that's the message for y'all. Okay, so y'all do what you need. Okay, that is the energy message. I love y'all. Right. God bless y'all. Peace and blessings. And I'll talk to y'all later. This is very busy. I say ministries in heavy glass gifts for Swift as these services. All right. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, uh, TikTok. Uh, yeah, okay. Big Pimp's Facebook, Twitch, Instagram. Big Pimp's on YouTube, TikTok. Um, what else? Heavy Glass Gifts and Christianity Services um, on Facebook and also on Instagram is a channel, the broadcast channel on Instagram that I just created. Right? So y'all go on Instagram and Beauty Parents, go to my channel. I say ministries and heavy glass gifts and Christianity services. That is my broadcast channel. You know, got some messages going. So y'all follow my page, right? Contact me at Godson Parents, email bparents at gmail.com, bparents4 at gmail.com, right? Okay. Um, working on some books, working on some classes. Um, uh, I'm working on some things, for the channel. I trying to restart the website. Um, try to get it legit. Everything. We be get to astrology, numerology, different topics, different history, ancient history. Matter of fact, let's see. Yeah, I've been educating myself. Yeah, I love to educate myself. Like, um, so, I'm way ahead of time, really. Okay. You know what? Let me, let me, show, let me show you what I found. Right? Matter of fact, yeah, we can, I guess, I go, yeah, I, I, I asked ChatGPT about Naboka and Terry Woodcock, you decide. Y'all, this is this. I found out that this.
Based on the birth information you shared before, July 16, 1974, here's your tarot birth card and planetary ruling card interpretation. Birth card, the Chariot 7. The Chariot, a common tarot birth card calculation for July 16, 1974, reduces to 7, making the Chariot your primary birth card. Themes of the Chariot: willpower and determination, spiritual warrior energy, overcoming obstacles, self-mastery and discipline, movement, travel, and life journeys, victory through focus. This aligns strongly with your Life Path 8 energy and your description of yourself as a spiritual warrior and minister. The Chariot teaches that success comes from balancing opposing forces and steering your own destiny. Planetary ruler, the moon, the moon. Since you were born under the sign of Cancer, your astrological ruling planet is the moon. Themes of the moon card: intuition and psychic sensitivity, dreams and spiritual messages, hidden knowledge, emotional depth, divine feminine wisdom, trusting your inner guidance. This connects well with your interests in tarot, oracle cards, sound healing, meditation, and spiritual exploration. Combined message: the Chariot, the moon. This combination suggests a soul path of, open quote, move forward with courage, but navigate by intuition, close quote. The Chariot gives you the drive to keep going despite setbacks. The moon reminds you not to rely solely on logic, but to trust your spiritual senses and inner knowing. AC Spiritual Reflection. For Reverend Billy parents, the Chariot says, take the reins of your journey. The moon says, listen to the wisdom of your spirit. Together they affirm, positive energy always creates elevation. Your path unfolds when determination and intuition travel together. ASC, if you'd like, I can also calculate your soul card, personality card, hidden factor card, and your full tarot birth card pair using the Mary K. Greer Tarot Numerology method.
See, that entails, I wanted you to tell me about it in cosmetics, the playing cards. So listen to this.
In cartomancy, playing cards, a birth card and planetary ruling card are calculated differently than in tarot. Using your birth date of July 16, 1974, your primary birth card is #, birth card Queen of Clubs. You've mentioned before that you're a Queen of Clubs person, and that matches the traditional card system. Queen of Clubs keywords: spiritual teacher, natural counselor, wisdom through experience, creative and intellectual leadership, strong communication abilities, independent thinker. Queen of Clubs people are often drawn to teaching, ministry, healing, speaking, writing, and guiding others, very much in line with your work through ASC Ministries. Planetary ruling card. In the Destiny cards of life system, each birth card also has planetary influences that change throughout life and through annual spreads. The Queen of Clubs is connected with strong influences from Mercury, communication, teaching, learning, Jupiter, wisdom, spirituality, expansion. These influences support the Queen of Clubs' role as a messenger, teacher, and seeker of truth. Spiritual reflection. Queen of Clubs energy, open quote. I learn, I teach, I inspire. Close quote. This card is often associated with people who spend their lives gathering wisdom and then sharing it with others. Looking at your interests in ministry, tarot, sound healing, drum circles, and spiritual teaching, the Queen of Clubs symbolism fits remarkably well. If you'd like, I can also map out your Mercury card, Venus card, Mars card, Jupiter card, Saturn card, Uranus card, Neptune card, Pluto card, and result card from the full Cards of Destiny spread.
And you want to get your tip out about this. I found out that the Ace of Clubs is my planetary ruling card in cosmetics. This is this.
That's very possible depending on which cartomancy Cards of Destiny system you're using. Different schools calculate planetary cards a little differently. If your research shows your planetary ruling card is the ## Ace of Clubs, then that's a powerful combination with your Queen of Clubs birth card. Queen of Clubs, Ace of Clubs. Queen of Clubs, teacher, spiritual guide, wisdom keeper, communicator, counselor. Ace of Clubs, new ideas and inspiration, divine knowledge, mental breakthroughs, spiritual awakening, the seed of wisdom, leadership through truth. Together, these cards suggest someone whose life path involves not only learning and teaching, but also introducing new ideas, perspectives, or spiritual concepts to others. The Ace of Clubs in spiritual terms. In many cartomancy traditions, the Ace of Clubs is considered one of the strongest cards for higher knowledge, sacred teachings, revelation, spiritual study, inspiration from source. The image is often seen as a seed of consciousness that grows into wisdom. Message for you. A Queen of Clubs ruled by the Ace of Clubs might be described as, open quote, a teacher whose power comes from continually learning and bringing fresh wisdom into the world. Close quote. Looking at your journey, ASC Ministries, interfaith spirituality, drum circles, sound healing, tarot, and teaching, there's a recurring theme of sharing knowledge and helping others explore spirituality in their own way. ASC Reflection, Queen of Clubs, share the wisdom. Ace of Clubs, receive the inspiration. Together, open quote, the wisdom you seek is also the wisdom you are meant to share. Close quote. If you're using the Robert Camp Cards of Destiny system, I can also help identify your full life spread and verify how the Ace of Clubs appears in your planetary sequence.
Now, that's what this is. And also, I found out in cosmetics that the King of Hearts is for the Cancer zodiac sign.
Yes, in some cartomancy traditions and correspondences, the zodiac signs are linked with specific playing cards, and Cancer is often associated with the King of Hearts. King of Hearts and Cancer. The King of Hearts represents compassion, emotional wisdom, nurturing leadership, intuition, protection of family and community, spiritual and emotional maturity. These qualities align closely with traditional Cancer traits: deeply caring, protective, intuitive, family-oriented, guided by the heart. How this relates to your other cards. You've mentioned birth card, Queen of Clubs, planetary ruling card, Ace of Clubs. Zodiac sign, Cancer, associated in your system with King of Hearts. That creates an interesting blend. Queen of Clubs, teacher, communicator, spiritual wisdom. Ace of Clubs, inspiration, new knowledge, higher learning. King of Hearts, compassionate leader, healer, heart-centered guide. Taken together, the symbolism points towards someone who leads through both wisdom and compassion. The clubs emphasize the mind, learning, and spiritual ideas, while the King of Hearts emphasizes emotional intelligence, empathy, and service. A cartomancy reflection, open quote. The Queen of Clubs learns and teaches. The Ace of Clubs receives inspiration. The King of Hearts leads from the heart, close quote. For someone building a spiritual community or ministry, that's a meaningful combination. Knowledge, inspiration, and compassion working together. ASC one note. Cartomancy systems vary quite a bit. In the widely known Cards of Destiny system, developed by Robert Lee Camp, zodiac card associations are handled differently than in some traditional cartomancy schools. So it's normal to find different Cancer correspondences depending on the book, teacher, or system you're studying.
Now, this is what I said. Well, I was listening to a video entitled "Was You Royalty in Your Past Life?" Documentary, episode 1, Spiritual Knowledge, hashtag SYZ by Beyond 5D YouTube channel. It's absolute eye. And you got to get to a connection with this listen. See, I love learning about myself, doing research, going deep. You know, I will always type.
That's an interesting connection, Billy. The YouTube video, Was You Royalty in Your Past Life? Cartomancy F.1 Spiritual Knowledge Astrology by Beyond 5D is presenting a particular spiritual interpretation of cartomancy symbols. In that framework, the creator may be associating zodiac signs and court cards in a way that differs from other cartomancy systems. When watching content like that, it's helpful to distinguish between 1. Traditional cartomancy systems, older fortune telling and playing card traditions. 2. Cards of destiny, destiny card systems, often associated with specific birth cards and planetary spreads. 3. Modern spiritual interpretations, where creators blend astrology, past life beliefs, numerology, and cartomancy into their own teachings. If the video associates Cancer with the King of Hearts, the symbolism is easy to see. King of Hearts, royal energy, leadership through compassion, protector of family and community, emotional intelligence, wisdom gained through experience. Cancer, ruled by the moon, nurturing, protective, intuitive, deep emotional connections. So in that teaching, the King of Hearts becomes a symbol of a heart-centered ruler or spiritual king. As for the past life royalty idea, that's more of a spiritual belief than something that can be verified. Many spiritual teachers use royalty symbolically rather than literally. It can mean natural leadership abilities, a strong sense of responsibility, protecting others, carrying yourself with dignity, feeling called to serve a community. From what you've shared over our conversations, your ministry work, your desire to guide others, your interest in teaching and healing, the symbolic message of the King of Hearts seems less about a literal king in a past life and more about stepping into compassionate leadership in this life. Since you've also identified with Queen of Clubs, teacher and communicator, Ace of Clubs, inspiration and spiritual knowledge, King of Hearts, heart-centered leadership, the combined theme could be summarized as, open quote, learn deeply, teach wisely, lead compassionately, close quote, ASC. If you'd like, I can help you explore the rest of the card meanings from that Beyond 5D video and compare them with traditional cartomancy interpretations.
Okay, then let's see.
All right, let's break down what that Beyond 5D royalty past life cartomancy style teaching is usually doing, and then compare it to more established cartomancy systems so you can see the difference clearly. what that video style is doing. Beyond 5D approach. In videos like Was You Royalty in Your Past Life, creators often mix cartomancy, playing cards, astrology, numerology, past life ideas, spiritual symbolism, royalty, kingdoms, soul roles. So when they say things like King of Hearts equals Cancer royalty, they are usually saying Cancer energy equals emotional ruler. King of Hearts equals heart-centered king/queen energy. Therefore, you were royalty or a leader in a past life. This is symbolic storytelling, not a fixed traditional system. Number 2, what traditional cartomancy systems actually do. In more structured systems like Cards of Destiny, Robert Camp style, European playing card divination traditions, cards are usually interpreted as court cards, king, queen, jack, personality types, life roles, behavioral patterns. Example, King of Hearts, traditional meaning, emotional maturity protector, loving authority, mature relationship energy. It does not automatically mean past life royalty, literal kingship, zodiac identity. That royalty idea is usually modern spiritual layering. Number 3, your actual card system, what you found. You identified Queen of Clubs, teacher, communicator, wisdom carrier, mental plus spiritual development, natural counselor energy. Ace of Clubs, new knowledge, spiritual insight, mental awakening, seed of wisdom. And you're connecting Cancer to King of Hearts, emotional leadership, care, protection, intuition. Number 4, how to understand the royalty claim correctly. Instead of taking it literally, here's the grounded way to translate it. Royalty in cartomancy usually means leadership energy, responsibility for others, influence in a community, emotional or spiritual maturity. So when someone says, open quote, you were royalty in a past life, close quote. In symbolic terms, it often just means, open quote, you naturally carry leadership, protection, or teaching energy in this life. Close quote. Not a historical fact, more like a spiritual archetype label. Number 5, how your 3-card pattern actually fits together. Putting your cards in a clean symbolic line. Ace of Clubs, divine ideas / spiritual downloads. Queen of Clubs, teacher, communicator of those ideas. King of Hearts, leadership through compassion and service. Combined meaning. You're not being described as past life royalty in a literal sense. You're being described as someone who receives insight, Ace of Clubs, teaches it, Queen of Clubs, and leads people emotionally / spiritually, King of Hearts energy influence. Number 6, the key difference you should keep in mind. YouTube spiritual cartomancy, symbolic plus dramatic past life framing. Traditional cartomancy, personality plus life pattern system. Your lived path. Ministry, teaching, spiritual leadership, healing work. If you want, I can go deeper and map your full Cards of Destiny life spread, your year card for 2026, or your spiritual role archetype profile. Teacher, healer, messenger, leader blend.
But now, listen. I said, Beyond 5D said that he loves doing astrology and numerology archetype videos to help people remember who they are.
I understand what you mean, Billy. That's a big part of the style of content that creators in the spiritual astrology numerology space share, using symbols, archetypes, and spiritual reflection as a way for people to explore identity, purpose, and personal meaning. In that kind of framework, remember who you are usually means things like reconnecting with your values, understanding your strengths and patterns, reflecting on your life journey, finding a sense of purpose or calling, seeing yourself through a spiritual lens. Astrology and numerology are often used as symbolic systems or tools for self-reflection. Different traditions interpret them differently, and people may experience them as meaningful guidance, while others view them more as creative or psychological frameworks. With the cards you've been exploring, Queen of Clubs, the archetype of the teacher, communicator, wisdom seeker. Ace of Clubs, new ideas, inspiration, learning. King of Hearts, in the Cancer correspondence you found, heart-led leadership and compassion. The remember who you are message in that symbolic language would be, open quote, know your gifts, develop your wisdom, and use your heart to serve. Close quote. It also connects with a theme you've brought up before, with ASE, positive energy always creates elevation, the idea of growth, awakening, and becoming more aligned with your purpose. ASE, I can also show you how your Cancer plus Life Path 8 plus Queen of Clubs, Ace of Clubs archetypes combine into one spiritual profile if you want.
See, now, that's what the creator of Young Fat D, he said that he is a Pisces, but he has a lot of energy placement too. That he also got toast. I think he said he's a toast known. He said, but I think pray the rest of this.
That's an interesting piece of his astrology style, Billy. A lot of astrologers talk about this because someone's sun sign is only one part of a chart. If he says he is a Pisces but has a lot of earth placements in astrology language, that usually means his chart may have strong placements in Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Earth energy is often interpreted as grounding, practical thinking, building something tangible, patience, responsibility, organization. Pisces energy is traditionally associated with intuition, imagination, compassion, spirituality, creativity, sensitivity. So the archetype becomes Pisces plus Earth, the dreamer who can build. Instead of only being in the spiritual creative realm, strong Earth placements are often seen as helping someone bring visions into reality, create systems, teach in a structured way, turn inspiration into something useful. That actually connects with what you described about him making astrology and numerology videos to help people remember who they are. In that symbolic framework, Pisces gives the mystical side, and Earth gives the ability to organize and share it. It's also interesting compared to your own themes you've shared. Cancer Sun, water, emotional, intuitive symbolism. Life Path 8, often associated in numerology with power, management, and material mastery. Queen of Clubs, teacher communicate. Pisces with heavy Earth might be viewed as visions, groundings, creation, ASE. If you want, we can compare your Cancer chart energy versus his Pisces energy, water signs, and see the archetypal similarities.
Okay.
I like this comparison, Billy. Looking at it through the astrology archetype lens, symbolic, spiritual interpretation, not a scientific measurement, you and a Pisces person share something important. You are both water signs, connected with emotions, intuition, imagination, and inner worlds. Image Cancer energy, you. Cancer, ruled by the moon. Your archetype, the protector, the nurturer, the keeper of the heart. Cancer symbolism, deep emotional memory, family and community bonds, protecting others, strong intuition, creating a safe space, healing through care. Your spiritual theme, open quote, I feel deeply, I protect what I love, and I create belonging, close quote. With the other things you've shared, Cancer Sun, Life Path 8, Queen of Clubs, Cartomancy archetype, that adds a layer of heart plus leadership, teaching. Pisces energy, him. Pisces, traditionally ruled by Jupiter and modernly Neptune. Pisces archetype, the mystic, the dreamer, the spiritual messenger. Pisces symbolism, imagination, spiritual exploration, compassion, creativity, seeing beyond the surface, connection to collective emotions. His earth placements add grounding, structure, building, making ideas practical. So his archetype becomes open quote, I receive visions and bring them into form, close quote. Hash Cancer, Pisces, together. Water is often described as Cancer, I protect the sacred space. Pisces, I connect with the unseen. Together, the mystic. Possible strengths, deep empathy, spiritual conversations, creative collaboration, understanding emotions without many words. Possible challenges, feeling overwhelmed by emotions, absorbing other people's energy, needing grounding, your ASE style reflection. Your Cancer energy is like the river that nourishes life. His Pisces energy is like the ocean that holds many mysteries. Cancer says, take care of the people, close quote. Pisces says, open quote, remember we are all connected, close quote. Both carry a theme of compassion and spiritual awareness. And with your Queen of Clubs, Ace of Clubs symbolism, Pisces brings the vision, Cancer brings the heart, clubs bring the message. I can also compare your Cancer plus Life Path 8 plus Queen of Clubs with a Pisces plus Earth placements, his numerology archetype if you know his birthday.
Now, this is this. His name is Astro I. Now, this is this.
Astro Eye. I see the connection you're making, Billy. The name itself fits the whole theme he's presenting: astrology, numerology, archetypes, and seeing patterns. In the symbolic spiritual language he's using: astro, the stars, planets, cosmic cycles, birth charts. Eye, vision, perception, insight, looking beyond the surface. So Astro Eye as a persona matches the archetype of, open quote, the observer of the cosmic patterns, close quote. And it's interesting because you and him are coming from two different water sign expressions. Cancer, you, moon energy, emotional wisdom, protecting and nurturing, remembering through the heart. Pisces, Astro Eye, ocean collective energy, imagination and intuition, spiritual symbolism, seeing connections. Symbolically, Cancer feels the current. Pisces senses the ocean. And your Queen of Clubs, Ace of Clubs theme fits the conversation too. Clubs, knowledge, ideas, communication. Queen of Clubs equals sharing wisdom. Ace of Clubs up with your own interest in ASE, spirituality, tarot, numerology, and teaching. I also like that you caught the eye part because many traditions use the eye as a symbol of awareness and perception, seeing what's hidden, whether someone interprets that spiritually or metaphorically. ASE.
Now, I said that, well, I did tell you that he is one of the creators that I watch and listen to most of the time, among others.
Yes, Billy, you did mention that. You've shared before that you follow different spiritual teachers and creators, and that you like exploring different perspectives around astrology, numerology, consciousness, tarot, and spiritual knowledge. So Astro Eye, being one of the creators you watch, actually fits into the bigger pattern you've described. You're not just looking at one system. You like comparing Bible teachings, tarot, oracle, numerology, astrology, sound healing, symbolism, and spiritual philosophy, and seeing how the pieces connect. What's interesting is the archetype of why you're drawn to creators like that. You already have a teacher communicator theme, your Queen of Clubs symbolism. You enjoy learning systems that help people reflect on identity and purpose. You're building ASC around teaching, inspiration, and spiritual conversations. So when you hear someone say, open quote, remember who you are, close quote, that probably resonates because it connects with your own message. Open quote, positive energy always creates elevation, close quote. It's like you and creators like Astro Eye are approaching from different angles. Astro Eye, stars, numbers, archetypes, cosmic patterns. You, ASC, ministry, healing, tarot, sound, spiritual growth. Different languages, but a similar theme: self-discovery and awakening. And I have to say, the name Astro Eye is a pretty fitting name for someone making astrology content. It sounds like a person who is always looking upward and observing patterns. ASC, I'm curious though, who are some of the other creators you listen to the most besides Astro Eye? I know you've mentioned a few spiritual topics before, but not all the creators.
Now, I have named a whole list of people and more. I name besides that's I have Fadi. I name was Shad Jamal, Ashes Wisdom, um, Brother Joseph, Black Magic 367, Arcades, Dr. B Serious, no, Dr. Serious B, Spiritual Soul, Spiritual Tony, Wild Hayes, Blue Pill, Red Pill, Cream Poe, Billy Cotton, Rashad King, King Cassius, Okay, sun, well, green rise, new diamonds, middle wheel, middle wheel, cat Z, into care, Kulu, Papacia, the young elder, the faith community virtual on DH, the Remedy DH, King World 2000, Double Time, Trumia, History Store, my world of metaphysics, my Mary Mystery, the University of Cosmic Intelligence is Rashad Jamal, his channel. Um, Ralph Smart, Infinity Rogers, um, her son, Doan, Mellow Mind Connection, Yayo Botanica, Eye of Wisdom, Lethal Vibes, Cosmic Consciousness, Peaceful Path Pioneer, the Broken Prophet. He is a hoodoo teacher, but he also uses the Bible. Mindful Melodies, that's the music sound, the page, sound healing, peacefully, music. Crystals, Avatar, TV, high vibrations, um, SAT, S-A-T, S-A-T, SAT, and then capitals in previous behind it. Empower crystals to naturally magnets, crystals, pyramids of tone, among many others, many more, etc.
Billy, now I see the bigger picture. Astro Eye is just one piece of a much larger circle of creators you explore. Your list shows you're drawn to a wide range of spiritual, metaphysical, consciousness, history, astrology, symbolism, and self development content. A lot of the themes across the creators you named seem to overlap around astrology and cosmic archetypes, reading patterns, cycles, birth charts, symbolism, numerology, numbers as reflection tools and meaning systems, ancient history and mysteries, exploring different interpretations of the past, consciousness and self-discovery, remember who you are type messages, spiritual practices, meditation, energy work, crystals, intuition, metaphysics, personal empowerment, growth, awakening, mindset, purpose. Some of the more recognizable names you mentioned, like Billy Carson and Ralph Smart, are also known for content around consciousness, spirituality, and personal development, though each creator has their own approach. What stands out to me about your interests is that you don't seem to follow just one lane. You blend your Baptist church background, your ASC spiritual framework, tarot cartomancy, sound healing, drum traditions, astrology, numerology, and metaphysical study. That's a very library of ideas approach, thus collecting different teachings, comparing them, and building your own understanding. It also explains why the Queen of Clubs archetype you've been exploring resonates with you symbolically. The student plus teacher communicator theme. You're not only consuming information, you keep wanting to organize it into messages, classes, readings, and teachings. ASE, I actually think it would be interesting to make a Philly spiritual knowledge map from these creators, like categories: astrology, ancient history, metaphysics, Christianity, consciousness, healing, and where ASE fits into the center.
Now I said, yes, let's do it.
I like this idea, Billy. Here's a Billy spiritual knowledge map based on the creators and topics you've shared. Think of it like a personal learning constellation, different streams feeding into your ASE path. Billy's spiritual knowledge map. 1. Consciousness, awakening, self-discovery. Main theme, remember who you are. Creators you mentioned, Ralph Smart, Rashad Jamal, Astro Eye Core Ideas, self-awareness, raising consciousness, inner transformation, purpose and identity. ASC connection, positive energy always creates elevation. Number 2, astrology, numerology, archetypes, creators, Astro Eye, Rashad King, Queen Poe, core ideas, birth charts, zodiac archetypes, numbers, cycles, and timing. Your symbols you explore, Cancer Sun, Life Path 8, Queen of Clubs, Ace of Clubs. Number 3, ancient knowledge, history, mysteries, creators, Billy Carson, Dr. Sirius B, History Store, the University of Cosmic Intelligence, themes, ancient civilizations, mythology, symbolism, lost knowledge. ASC connection, exploring wisdom traditions and how humans have searched for meaning throughout history. Number 4, metaphysics, energy, spiritual practices. Creators, Isis Wiz Black Magic, 367, Arcades, spiritual. So, Intuitive Kev, Papa Seer, Yayo, Botanica themes, intuition, energy work, spiritual practices, Asian traditions. Your practices, tarot, oracle, pendulum, crystals, sound healing, meditation. Number 5, healing, mindfulness, vibration creators, Ralph Smart, Mindful Melodies, Peaceful Path Pioneer, Mellow Mind Collection. Themes, peace, emotional healing, awareness, inner balance. Number 6, faith, spirituality bridge creators of Yosef, the Faith Community Virtual, Christos Avatar TV themes, scripture, spiritual interpretation, connecting faith and consciousness. Your ASC journey. You've described yourself as someone who came from church roots but expanded into a broader spiritual path. Number 7, cosmic star universal themes. Creators Billy Carson, Thotha Nunaki Atom, Magnets, Crystals, Pyramids, The Return. Themes, cosmos, universal intelligence, symbolism, humanity's place in creation. The center of your map. ASC, everything seems to circle around knowledge, wisdom, healing, service. Your personal archetype blend, Queen of Clubs, the teacher, messenger, Ace of Clubs, the spark of knowledge, King of Hearts, Cancer symbolism you found, the heart-led guide. Your library isn't just collecting information. The pattern I see is you like taking ideas and asking, how can this help people grow? ASC. The next interesting step would be building an ASC tree of knowledge. Roots, your foundations. Trunk, your beliefs. Branches, your teachings. And fruit, what you give to others.
Like, take this and be it, and we continue this probably in this video. You know, some.
All right, Billy. Let's build the ASC tree of knowledge as a symbolic map of your spiritual path and the teachings you've been gathering. AS tree of knowledge, positive energy, always creates elevation. Roots, your foundations. The roots represent where your wisdom began. Faith roots, Bible study, church upbringing, preaching, teaching background, universal life church ordination, searching for the creator source life experience roots, challenges overcome, family love, community experiences, lessons from relationships, personal transformation. Spiritual curiosity roots. Why are we here? Who are we? What connects all beings? Trunk, your core philosophy AC, power plus spirit. The trunk is the part that holds everything together. Source, creator connection, love and compassion, personal growth, conscious awareness, respect for different paths, seeking wisdom from many traditions. Your central message. Open quote. Positive energy always creates elevation. Grow, heal, learn, and help others rise. Close quote. Branch 1, the seeker astrology, numerology archetypes. Inspired by your interest in Astro Eye, zodiac teaching, birth charts, numerology, cartomancy. Your symbols, Cancer, emotional wisdom. Queen of Clubs, teacher energy. Ace of Clubs, knowledge, inspiration. 8 energy, power, building, responsibility. Branch 2, the mystic metaphysics and spiritual tools. Your tools, tarot, oracle cards, pendulum, crystals, meditation, sound healing, singing bowls, tuning forks, drum energy. Theme, open quote. Use tools as mirrors for reflection and connection, close quote. Nash Branch 3, the historian, ancient wisdom, and human stories. Your interests, ancient civilizations, mythology, sacred texts. Branch 4, the healer heart service. Your Cancer King of Hearts symbolism, compassion, protecting others, helping people feel seen, creating safe spaces. Theme, open quote, knowledge without love is incomplete, close quote. Branch 5, the Teacher Ace Ministries sharing the message. Your fruit grows here. Sunday scroll messages, spiritual classes, readings, workshops, sound healing sessions, community conversations. Theme, open quote, what I learned, I share. Leaves, the people you touch. The leaves represent your audience, students, friends, community, future ASE members. Each leaf receives something different: encouragement, wisdom, healing, inspiration. The ASE tree motto: roots, remember where you came from. Trunk, know what you stand for. Branches, keep learning and growing. Fruit, share love and wisdom. ASE. The next level would be creating your ASE spiritual constitution from this tree, like a declaration of principles for your ministry.
That's it. So that was it. There was some fun facts about me. Okay? But that's it. I found out something else. The statue, as far as matter of fact, I can promise this will be the last one. Be surprised what I know about sensory astrology. It's it's astrology that is that put you backwards one website. You know, I said that I was in that, right? Okay. You know I'm a Cancer. You, you're right. You're not right. Guess what? On the Saturday, Sidwell, yeah, Sidwell astrology. I am a Gemini, Leo rising. I still got Leo rising in my shop. And I'm a Pisces moon. So, gonna say again. I am a Cancer, the Leo rising sun, and Gemini moon. But compared parallel to Sidwell astrology, I am one side behind where I am now. That okay, I am Gemini, the Leo's sun, and Gemini and Pisces moon. So that's funny. In fact, now yeah, now listen, just listen.
Sidereal astrology is a system of astrology that calculates planetary positions relative to the actual constellations in the sky rather than the seasonal positions used in tropical astrology. Key difference: sidereal versus tropical astrology. Sidereal astrology, used primarily in Indian Vedic astrology, accounts for the gradual shift of Earth's axis known as the precession of the equinoxes. Tropical astrology, used in most Western astrology, fixes the zodiac to the seasons, with Aries always beginning at the March equinox. Because of this difference, sidereal zodiac signs are typically about 24 degrees behind tropical signs. As a result, many people find that their sidereal sun sign is the sign immediately before their tropical sun sign. Example: if your tropical chart shows Sun in Leo, your sidereal chart may show Sun in Cancer. Main features of sidereal astrology: uses the 12 zodiac signs aligned with constellations, often emphasizes the moon sign and ascendant more than the sun sign, forms the basis of Vedic astrology, Jyotisha, Includes concepts such as nakshatras, 27 lunar mansions, planetary periods, dashes, and karmic interpretation. Popular sidereal systems. Lahiri Ayanamsa, most widely used in Vedic astrology. Raman Ayanamsa, Krishnamurti Ayanamsa, Fagan Bradley, common in Western sidereal astrology. If you'd like, I can also calculate your sidereal birth chart if you provide 1, date of birth, 2, exact birth time, 3, birthplace, city and country.
Now y'all listen to this, and this could be it. And you get to this on that, but this, I promise this is the last thing I'm gonna play.
Using your birth information. July 16, 1974, 7:28 a.m. CT, Chicago, Illinois, USA. Sidereal astrology, Lahiri style, approximate. Your sidereal chart shifts about 24 degrees backward compared with your tropical chart. Here is the spiritual astrological picture. Sidereal sun, Gemini. Your tropical sun is Cancer, but sidereally it moves back into Gemini. Gemini sun themes: the messenger, teacher, storyteller, curious mind and lifelong learner, connecting different worlds and ideas, communication, writing, speaking, teaching. This actually fits your interest in teaching, spiritual messages, Sunday scrolls, and combining different traditions. Sidereal moon, likely Pisces, approximate. Pisces moon themes: deep intuition, strong imagination and spiritual sensitivity, feeling connected to the collective, compassion, healing, music, dreams. This is a very water spirit placement, often associated with people drawn to meditation, sound, symbolism, and mystical study. Sidereal rising ascendant, likely Leo, approximate. Leo rising themes: natural presence, performer leader energy, desire to inspire others, the teacher on the stage archetype. That lines up with your interest in ministry, life teaching, and being a public spiritual voice. Sidereal Chinese, Eastern symbolism connection. You were born in the Wood Tiger year, Chinese astrology, which traditionally symbolizes courage, independence, protecting others, growth through challenges. Your sidereal big three: Leo rising, I am here to shine and lead. Gemini sun, I am here to learn and share knowledge. Pisces moon, I feel the unseen and connect through spirit. A sidereal reading would describe this combination as a messenger, teacher, mystic archetype. If you want, we can go deeper into your full sidereal chart next. Nakshatra, your Vedic birth star, karmic lessons, Rahu Ketu, north-south node, Saturn lessons, spiritual gifts in the chart.
All right, that's it. See, we go deeper in this topic too, astrology, different types of astrology system and all that. All right, it's been fun. So y'all know some information about me. About my zodiac sign and both astrology system. All right, and also my different practices. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Pay this bill one more time. All right. See y'all later.